Kamala Harris cannot hide from her bad reputation, including comments she made as early as 2015 calling young people stupid. But are they going to fall for her new social media push? We're exposing Kamala Harris here on Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. This segment is sponsored by My Patriot Supply, providing emergency meal kit solutions to Americans at preparewithvnn.com. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Let's start the show. Now, Kamala Harris has been basically out of the limelight for the last several years. She's only shown herself visible a couple of times. But if we go back to Vice News' article over 5 years ago, Kamala Harris did call young people stupid, and we'll explain how the media has been running cover for her for over a decade now in the insanity. Let's go ahead and let's watch this clip as they say she's for the people. But is she really? Watch.
What's the other thing we know about this population? And it's a specific phase of life. Remember, age is more than a chronological fact. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
They make really bad decisions. Like the decision that people might make to vote for Kamala Harris in the next election. You know, Vice brought this up directly and said that if there's one thing Senator Kamala Harris learned from her time as chief prosecutor of San Francisco and attorney general of California is that young people don't know what they're doing. A video of Harris speaking in 2015 shows during a keynote address at a symposium hosted by the Ford Foundation, the then California Attorney General, now Democratic candidate for president, laid out her vision for a crime reduction initiative in Los Angeles. The program, modeled on a similar initiative that Harris launched in San Francisco, would provide social services to young people 18 to 24 who were convicted of nonviolent felonies. But of course, people say, oh, let's see here, it's missing context. Reuters had come out in defense saying it's missing context. And I said, Reuters and many other fact-checking organizations have already put missing context social media warnings on Kamala's terrible quotes that make her look bad. This suppresses anyone sharing these videos on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So when you share these videos as a counterproduction to her content that essentially says, oh, Kamala's so great. There's this manufactured social media push of all these memes, and Gen Z wants our queen, you know, our coconut queen, falling out of a coconut tree. When you try to share counterproductive, you know, quotes, her real policies, what she thinks of voters and people, they're like, well, actually, it's missing context. And that sounds stupid enough. But when they put that tag on the video, so if you share the clip, it gets tagged. On Instagram and TikTok, where Gen Z is, those videos don't go into the algorithms. So they don't allow you to combat the information. This is direct censorship. And I don't know why we become accustomed to allowing this. Now, obviously, people say this is a misspeak too. She didn't really mean what she said. I think she let the cat out of the bag when she explained in this specific clip that, we've got to work on depopulation. People said, she meant working on pollution, depollution. No, I don't think so. Listen.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
So they said she meant to say pollution, population, pollution. I mean, if you did mean to say that, that's kind of a really big gaffe there. I don't think that's what it is. I think that they know that there's a depopulation agenda. And that's what a lot of these green energy acts are about. It's about limiting mobility, limiting movement. We've already seen, this is not a conspiracy theory, right? I mean, you've already seen the literal reduction of the birth rate to a non-replacement level, and then they've changed it to an open borders, mass immigration, reducing the nationalist identity of countries. I mean, this is not only evil, it's diabolical. And then they just want you to relax and be like, no, don't worry, believe the fact checkers. Don't believe what you see, you stupid American pleb. You idiot, you 18 to 24-year-old buffoon, as Kamala would say. You don't need to believe that. You can't research that. You know how to keep your ears, eyes, and mouth closed and just do what we say. Now, of course, on top of that, she also has a major issue when it comes to being the border czar. They're now trying to say that she was no longer a border czar. One Axios reporter was saying she wasn't the border czar. Well, let's look at her track record. Listen.
I also believe that if you want to fix a problem, you have to go to where the problem exists. If you want to address the needs of a people, you must meet those people. You must spend time with those people. Because the only way we can actually fix the problem is to understand the problem.
the way that you help the people is to fix the problem by going to where the people are. So you would expect that she would be a lot, in her time of service, spending time amongst the people like you, people like me, and as the borders are, that she would spend time at the literal border. But is that the track record that she gives? Well, I mean, we're going to find that out in just a moment, but I want to remind you that people like this are currently in control and power, and they might fix the next election. That's why real patriots, after seeing the crazy protests in front of Congress yesterday and hearing Bibi Netanyahu want America to get involved in another war, realize they've got to prepare for the unthinkable. And that's why they are getting the 1-week meal kits from My Patriot Supply. These 1-week kits last 25 years. So you buy them today, forget about them for decades if you want. I hope you do. But I realize we're probably going to need to use them because people get guns and ammo and all these things. But what about when, it hits the fan? Are you going to have food to eat? Well, you've got to get these 1-week meal kits because they have 2,000 calories. They'll keep you full. They're delicious, nutritious, have food variety, and you don't want to be left hungry in the apocalypse. Get the 1-week meal kits today. They're flying off the shelves, getting into our customers' carts. $50 off at preparewithvnn.com. PREPAREWITH VNN.com. That's preparewithvnn.com. Links in the description. Now, as I mentioned, Kamala said, oh, well, you've got to make sure that you are where the problem is. Lester Holt from NBC News asked her, then why weren't you at the border? Here was her response. Remember this?
Just quickly put a button.
Okay.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance of the border.
Well, I mentioned it because I know Republicans have certainly come at you on this, but Democratic Congressman Cuellar has a border district has said to you and the president, come. You need to see this.
Listen, I care about what's happening at the border.
But you never went there, so you don't even follow your own advice. And that's the person they want to elect a president. I haven't been to Europe. Well, it's not like I've been to Europe. That's not what I asked you. So even when the Democratic media, they used to not be fair to her, and now they are. Why the change suddenly? Maybe it's all an inside job. Maybe the CIA is secretly running everything. Well, I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments down below. And if you want more of these reports, sign up and subscribe to our X account and our Rumble account. We're at Vigilant News. You can also get our newsletter direct to your inbox at vigilantnews.com. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Thank you for watching Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.